It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. He's got a lane up past the 30. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
And if he replicated his game from last week, Kate, they'd win 9 times out of 10. Last week was just the odd case where a 4-touchdown game wasn't enough to do the job. I know he's focused on that one pick, not all the scores he threw, but I'd focus on all the good he did and try to reach those same heights right here.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Putting the tight end in motion. Caught. There's that rookie out of Florida State. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Play action on first down. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. Jukes out a one-stop. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's Algier on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked! And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
This block right here, it's a product of preparation, effort, and determination. They attacked the soft spot in the line, and one of them was able to will his way through and get to the kick in time. Well done.
They'll run here on first down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Lamar now from the gun. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. They had their field goal blocked last time out, so 3 points poorer on the scoreboard than they expected to be right here. They go play action on first. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Steelers first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he is on third and long. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two and third downs vertical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will go on offense. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. First down, here's Lamar. Into the hands of Walker. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They manage catch, 22 on the rip, and a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're a quarter of the way through on the... Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Pass complete to Walker. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Christian Benford up to make that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st down, Jackson makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Edmonds. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying the time for that play that led to the score.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Pickens, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the Ravens go in nickel, 3rd down.
Here we go, set, reload, Bronco switch,
Pass play now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards.
Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. They're going play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. A quick throw completed out to the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he can.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Here we go. Right.
Trying again, following the sack. That's complete to Wilson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Here we go. Get out.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Bullock's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Cade. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit hard. 180. Nice shot. Go. Sit hard.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He lets one fly deep downfield. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Now Jackson off the play action. Caught, nice gain left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
180.
First down throw for Jackson. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Here we go, son.
Receiver in motion, going left. Off play action, it's Fields. Bails out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so is the defense, and they take him down. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout.
Here we go, son.
After the sack, another pass on second down. And a cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Kicker's got to be a little bit like quarterbacks, Kate, every once in a while. When a QB throws a pick, you got to flush it. When a kicker gets one blocked earlier in the game, you got to do the same thing. You got to flush it, trust your fundamentals, and deliver as he just did.
They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Walker hauls it in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lamar off the play fake. Finds his target, Mason. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Hey, middle.
Jackson's gonna throw again. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. While New Year's parties get set up nationwide, well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Edmonds. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Yo.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Went right, and that's intercepted. Juked the defender. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They're set up at the 35 now. Play action, Fields. Hines trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be kicked there. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Fields looking to throw. Completed here to Algier. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. He's one of the greatest to do. It's Justin Tucker on for the field goal. Don't forget, the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. Coming off the edge, and it's blocked!
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Along the sideline, past midfield. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From the 43. Catch is made down the right sideline. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. And for a long time now in the NFL, going back to the 80s even, 4,000 yards has been the threshold that you gotta hit to have a truly great year. And with that last completion, he's crossed that mark for the season. Congratulations to him. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. They give to Edmonds up the middle. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot!
A handoff left for Edmonds. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens make it a 3-possession game. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First down throw for Fields. Wilson's got it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Here we go. Good. Go.
A pistol snap. Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. On now comes their punter. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Sit hot! Sit hot!
Staying between the tackles with Edmonds. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And he's got it, but didn't stay in bounds. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field, though. Let's listen.
Offense.
He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Lamar now from the gun. Into the hands of Walker. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Beginning on the ground with Algier. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
They go again with Algier. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Tonight.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Cut out left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Bateman hauls it in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Edmonds. And this one doesn't go far. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Easy, right?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready, shot.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Third and a lone yard coming up. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
They run once more with Edmonds. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Again, a run with Edmonds. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens moments away from win number 12. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Edmonds. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Let's go. They're throwing it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Ready up. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to... Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens